I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, and welcome to the first online commencement ceremony for the Communications High School class of 2020. We'd like to thank the administration, the faculty, and the advisors for the time they've devoted to making all of this possible. We'd especially like to thank Mr. Salowe, as his work putting this together has been essential in its success. The past 4 years have been something truly special. I like to tell people that I don't want to imagine who I'd be if I went to a different school, and I'm sure many of you feel the same way. And I think that comes down to our class and the fantastic supportive community that we formed. Ever since we made a name for ourselves in freshman year when we tied with the seniors during Fall Spirit Week, we've kept going above and beyond. We're a class made up of different groups and interests, but we have this amazing ability to come together, whether that's everyone cheering at our dodgeball games or the sense of camaraderie we share when together at class events. In these moments, we really show how unstoppable we are. And I'm gonna be honest, this isn't the way any of us expected to end our senior year, and it's not the way we wanted it to either. But despite the setbacks we face now, I think our class has really risen above the rest and proven itself. It's a testament to the class that even without our final senior year events, we've remained strong together. So, for as different as this graduation might be, I ask you to still use this time as a way to celebrate your last 4 years and everything that has made our class so special. Thank you, and with that, I hope you enjoy our commencement ceremony.
Good day. On behalf of the Monmouth County Vocational School District, Assistant Superintendent Dr. Charles Ford, School Business Administrator Colette Flatt, and myself, let me be the first to offer congratulations to this year's graduating seniors from the Academy of Allied Health and Science, the Academy of Law and Public Safety, Biotechnology High School, Communications High School, Class Academy, the High Technology High School, and the Marine Academy of Science and Technology. While I know the events over these past few months is not how you expected to finish your senior year, please know that it does not in any way diminish your accomplishments over these past 4 years. You and your families have so much to be proud of. While I know this has been a difficult time for each of you and your families, graduations are also a time to reflect and to give thanks. What I'd like to do is recognize those individuals and groups who made today possible. I want to acknowledge the Monmouth County Board of Chosen Freeholders, who supplies so much support to our district. I want to recognize all of the industry partners who provide mentorships and work with all of our programs to keep them current and make them first rate. I want to recognize the parents for your undying love and support of your sons and daughters over these past 4 years. Never more seen than in these last 3 months. I have to recognize the staff of all of our schools and the tremendous job they did over these past 4 years, but certainly over these last 3 months as they went to a remote education plan with each of you, while they were all still caring for their families. They have done a tremendous job and deserve our thanks. But most of all, I want to acknowledge you, the class of 2020, and all of your accomplishments. As I said, graduations are a time to give thanks, but they're also a time to reflect. So life does not always go the way you plan or the way you want. You can't always control the events in your life, but you can control how you respond to these events. Philosophers, musicians, poets have spent centuries trying to define and describe what this approach to life is. But I know someone who condensed it into 2 words: keep smiling. I want to just take a moment, and I'll come back to that, but anyone out there who is listening to these remarks who works in the healthcare field, law enforcement, transportation, the food industry, skilled labor, communications, biomedical research, is a teacher, and all of the other essential workers who selflessly went to work and continue to go to work so the rest of us can stay home, I want to thank you. You are heroes in my book and deserve our praise. I'd like to tell you about someone else who, in his own way, is a hero. Not necessarily at the front lines like these people I've just mentioned, but I can say this, none of you, including myself, would be here today if it were not for him. Keep smiling. This individual personifies what it means to live a life in the service to others. He was a son of New Jersey, lived in New Jersey his entire life, and unless you lived in Oceanport, you may never have heard the name of Clem Summers. Clem graduated from the Wolf Hill School in Oceanport. He was president of his 8th grade class. Even then, he showed those leadership skills that he became known for. And a true leader is someone who puts the needs of others in front of their own needs. He was the first Eagle Scout from Troop 58 in Oceanport. He served his country in the Navy and was so severely injured that he spent a year in a body cast. He was expected never to walk again, but walk he did for the next 70 years, and we are all grateful for that. He was a member of the First Aid Squad in Oceanport, and he still served, up until his death for over 50 years in the Oceanport Fire Department. He served for over 25 years as a councilman, was the mayor of Oceanport, and was a Monmouth County freeholder. His contributions to Oceanport and the county are numerous, but just to name a few: the Police Academy, the Monmouth County Library headquarters in Manalapan, and many other buildings that still exist in Monmouth County and serve the residents of Monmouth County. But by far, Monmouth County Vocational School is his real legacy. He served on our Board of Education for over 40 years, many of those as the president. He built the Career Center. He accepted the Marine Academy of Science and Technology into the district back in 1983, and to this day, worked to see that campus continued to grow and develop. He started with the administration, but under his leadership, the High Technology High School, Allied Health, Class Academy, Communications High School, the Culinary Arts Program in Asbury Park, Biotech, and the Academy of Law and Public Safety, because he believed that the students of Monmouth County deserved a world-class education, which was second to none. He also loved Michigan football. He spent many Saturdays traveling to Michigan and attending their games. At graduation, he would always look through the program and identify any students who were going to Michigan to offer a few words. So let me share with Biotechnology High School student Kirti Aplash and Krishna Palya that if Mr. Summers was here in my place, he would welcome you to the Michigan family. He'd look forward to seeing you next year, and you will be there with 110 other Michigan fans in what they call the Big House. I think it's important to note that Mr. Summers never had a family member attend Monmouth County Vocational School. His commitment to this district was because he believed in the residents and students of Monmouth County. He did what he did because he was a true public servant. He had three expressions that he always said. The first, everybody he met, if it was a stranger, it didn't matter. He'd always ask if they had started their Christmas shopping yet, which was certainly an icebreaker. Anytime somebody would ask if he needed any help, he would always say he needed a winning lottery ticket. But the most important thing, and everyone who knew Mr. Summers, he ended every conversation, every phone call with the same expression: keep smiling, keep smiling, keep smiling. The world has promise. The world is good. There are things to look forward to in this life, and his legacy, his life's commitment, besides his family and his grandchildren, was to the students of Monmouth County and Monmouth County Vocational School. He often said that Monmouth County Vocational School was the best school district in the country. I believe that's true, but a big part of that was because of the leadership of Clem Summers. To the class of 2020, I present the life of Clem Summers as an example to you of what a life in the service of others can mean, and as an example of a life well lived. To the class of 2020, I say to you, keep smiling. Life will get better. Congratulations, class of 2020, and God bless you.
Welcome, family, friends, and guests. This is a special time of the year, and before I start, I want to thank each and every parent, grandparent, siblings, and of course, most importantly, our graduates here, because it's always a team effort when we get to this point of a career of our young adults here, going on to their next level. But before I start, this is a unique situation that we're doing now, unique times. Times that we don't really or anticipate ever seeing again, I hope. I know we didn't ever anticipate seeing it, and I hope for you young adults here, you never, ever go through this again. But with that being said, this is a happy day, a happy, joyous day, and I have had a personal, I guess, bondness to Wall Communications here because of years ago, I made the decision to move some of our audio here to the school, and I saw the dedication and commitment of the students that they had here, and it was so special. And I always said that I wanted to come and speak to the graduating class, and more importantly, to the parents of the graduates, to know that, you know, we somewhat would take it for granted. I have a daughter that take it for granted. They go to school and they're doing their work. But once they're there and they're doing their work, the commitment and dedication that they have will go on for years upon years. And the success that I know and the county freeholders, and on behalf of my fellow freeholders too, freeholder Deputy Director Kylie, freeholder Barry, and Preveduto and Duraco, it's so special to be able to say these academy schools belong to us. And we have a part of this, whether it's only the funding part, which is a big component of it. We could say this is something that we could put our stamp on to say that's part of us. And when I look at the graduates here and I say, wow, you can't imagine in your career, in your life, how much easier you make our job. So, and I'll use it a little bit on the political side. When we run for election, any of the county officials, we tout our academy high schools. We tout a school like Wall Communications here, and we tout what they do. And you allow us to get credit for something to move on. So I've always said that, in whether it's our park system or our county schools, it's so special to have that success in Monmouth County. To the graduates, I know each and every one of you are going in your different careers and you're moving on to different ventures. And whatever those ventures are, you'll be very successful. But something that you cannot forget, you'll go on to college or whatever type of institution that you might move on to, and you'll make new friends. You'll have bonds, and you will continue to move on from there when you graduate. But the one thing that never is forgotten is your high school classmates. And you will remember that for years to come. And it might be at your 10-year reunion, your 20-year reunion, or even your 50-year reunion. And when you come back there, it would be like it was yesterday, because it was such a bond for so many years in your young adult life that it's a friendship that will never go away. So when you look to your right and left, and when you were in your classrooms, who was sitting next to you in this class, who was sitting next to you in that class, think back 10 to 20 years from now, and I will assure you, you will not forget that. And in closing, I just want to say, it's unfortunate that we're doing it this way, but you'll overcome. And hopefully it will change, and people will be able to see you in person and give you the accolades that you deserve in person. But if that should not happen, I could tell you on behalf of the county, of 630,000 people here in Monmouth County, we truly feel that we are blessed to have young adults and a future like you. So on behalf of the Monmouth County Freeholders, I just want to say congratulations and God bless.
My name is Dennis Ngolia. I am the Vice President of the Monmouth County Vocational School District. It's a pleasure to be able to speak with you today upon your graduation. I do not have to tell you that the class of 2020 has undergone an extraordinary year. You need only look around you. Instead of the company of your classmates, we meet in a virtual ceremony. But regardless of the nature of today's celebration, it does not dilute nor change the nature of your accomplishments. Graduation is a time-honored rite of passage for young people everywhere. It is an opportunity to look both backward and forward. It is the moment where you may say goodbye to what was and look ahead to what will be. One thing is for certain, you will always remember it. Every generation revels in the stories their parents tell them of their childhood. My dad told me he had to walk 5 miles to school, in the snow, uphill, both ways. When you have your children, you will tell them about the great pandemic of 2020, how everybody wore masks, how we kept 6 feet apart, how we sprayed disinfectant at anything that moved, and how your graduation was on a computer screen. The challenges you and your teachers have faced this year have been daunting, not only for the health risks, but for the disconnection from everything that we had taken for granted. But challenges make us stronger, and you, the class of 2020, were the people who adapted and persevered in a time where everything we knew in the entire world seemed to stand on its head. Your achievements and those of your parents who were right there at your side are nothing short of remarkable. You are part of history, and you will be remembered for it. There has been a lot of talk about the new normal. I don't know what that will be, but I do know this. You and your classmates will bring it about. And judging from the way you have handled these difficult times, we shall have no doubt that you will be successful in making the world a better place than where you found it. Recently, we were saddened to learn of the death of our longtime board president, Clement Summers. His hard work and dedication over the years gave this district the national reputation for excellence that it enjoys. His motto was, "Keep smiling," and I can think of no better advice to give you. Along with our sincere congratulations upon your graduation and our best wishes for the future on this happy occasion.
Good afternoon, Administration, Board of Education, faculty, families, and friends. I would like to thank you for joining us to celebrate the class of 2020. Every one of you has had an impact on the people graduating today, and I think I could speak for everyone when wanting to express the immense gratitude we have for each and every one of you. Now, I would like to give you a quote from the author Cesar Pérez. He once said, "We do not remember days, we remember moments." Now, many days have passed us by in high school, some definitely longer than others, but when it comes down to it, it's these moments that stick out to us that truly shaped our time at CHS. Every Italian ice on the first day, every moment spent Spirit Week strategizing, every conversation started with a stranger who would soon become our family. These were all moments for us to learn and to grow from, to become the people that we are today. Now, I think it can also speak for everyone when saying we had no idea of what we were walking into on that first day. We were just kids looking to get an education. Little did we know how much we would feel for the many friendships we would experience. Little did we know how certain classes would spark our interest so greatly we could see ourselves pursuing these topics in college and beyond. And little did we know how grateful we would be to be a part of a community that truly works hard and plays hard. Now, don't get me wrong, there definitely have been times where we thought we were just at CHS to learn what we must. There were even times where we asked ourselves, what am I doing here? It's not until now that we realized that we weren't just going to school all that time. We were making memories, making moments. Out of every victory, every tear shed, every average day made different by spending it with one another. Even with the ups, the downs, the ordinary, I don't think a single person here would change those moments and who we have become because of them. I'm so happy to say that my experience at CHS, all of our experience at CHS, are so much more than a matter of days. So know that even though it's time for us to say goodbye, you won't look back on the last 4 years as the short days, the long days, or even the lost days. You'll remember them as some of the best moments, today and for the rest of your life. Thank you.
This year's Class of 2020 English Award recipient is Emily Madeira. Emily's ability to read and analyze literature shows academic sophistication beyond her years. She was always willing to contribute in class and fully participate with her peers. In addition, she excelled at writing, including writing an incredibly funny one-act play for English 4 creative writing. We know that Emily will excel at college next year. Congratulations on all your accomplishments and happy graduation.
On behalf of Mrs. Condon, Mrs. Gomez, and Mrs. Morgan, it's my pleasure to announce our selection for the Health and Fitness Department Award. We look for someone who excelled in all of our classes over all 4 years, was helpful to both CHS peers and staff alike, and of course, who exemplified the qualities of a beast. This person has been a CCC volunteer, a radio club producer, a tennis team captain, and president of your National Honor Society. She will be bringing her kindness and ping pong prowess to the University of South Carolina next year. We happily give our award to Heather Griffin. Congrats, Heath.
This year, the History Department Award is being presented to a student who has shown an interest and love for history throughout their time here at CHS. Not always the most outspoken, but definitely someone who is generally appreciated of just learning history. The award this year goes to Maeve Miller. Maeve, you truly deserve it, and I hope you know just how much I wish you could be there in person to give it to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm here to present the Math Award for the Class of 2020. I saw something special in this person even as a freshman. She always stood out in class as not only an amazing student, but also a great help to her peers. Whether it was one-on-one or explaining to the whole class, she was willing to put herself out there, and it was so much appreciated by all. She will be missed terribly. Calm, centered, poised, giving, brilliant. She's a rock star. I cannot wait for her to go off to college and see how amazing and exceptional she is. I am delighted to present the Math Award to Desiree Negrin. Congratulations, you deserve it.
The Science Department wants to recognize a student who has distinguished himself throughout his time here at CHS. From freshman year, he has shown unbridled enthusiasm and dedication for every topic he has learned and has strived to do his best throughout his tenure at CHS. His love of science is evident in his decision to challenge himself by taking 2 sciences senior year and continue on to study science in college. On behalf of the Science Department, and with great personal joy and pride, I present the Science Award to Evan Kuo.
Hi Sally, I'm here to give you the World Language Award just for one reason, because you have more dedication and passion that I have ever seen. I need to ask you a favor. Since you're so good at it, please keep on learning it. Buen camino, Pelé.
This year, the Digital Video Award is presented to someone who was always an active participant in the DV club and class. Someone who was willing to help out their peers on their projects. Someone who helped create a film community at CHS and was consistently encouraging other students to continue making their films. This student was a voracious consumer of cinema and was always coming into class ready to discuss what they watched the night before and argue about it. This year's DV Award goes to not one, but 2 students who are both equally deserving because of these reasons, but also because they worked so well together. So congratulations to Nick Chun and Vaughn Batista, the recipients of the 2020 DV Award.
The Journalism Award is presented to the student or students who best exemplify the tenets of the Fourth Estate: fairness, accuracy, and a passion for storytelling. This year's co-recipients are Evan Kuo and Kathryn Lombardi. As co-editors-in-chief of the Inkblot, they demonstrated unparalleled skills in news judgment, reporting, writing, visual presentation, and editing. Most importantly, they inspired the staff of the Inkblot to reach higher every day. I have no doubt that Kathryn and Evan are bound for great things and will make the CHS family proud.
The 2020 Senior Award for Photography goes to a special young lady who runs a very organized ship. She needs to with how busy she is. She was a fantastic editor-in-chief for the 2020 Beast. She was a positive president for the 2020 Photo Club. She brought an amazing level of creativity and finish to the Photo 2 class this year, and I would have been lost without her in this yearbook. Miss Jamie Nickerson, your organizational skills will take you very far in life, but I really hope that you'll continue to share your creativity and beauty with the world, because gosh, we need it. Jamie, I'm very, very proud of you. Congratulations. I miss you, and I know I'll miss you even more next year. Bye now.
There are so many people that are involved in the radio program doing such great work that it is tough to single out just one person. But this year I want to single out someone who's done outstanding work in both class and in radio club. They've done their own radio shows, which are award-winning by the IBS. Excellent job training a new generation of students to take over Radio Club, and of course, forever in my heart, the Die Hard audio play for Christmas. All those things done by this person. So this year's outstanding radio student, Madison Vigdor, thank you for being a part of a Radio Club, and thank you for helping set the stage for many years to come for Radio Club. So thank you and congratulations.
Every year, a new group of students comes through the TV studio, and I watch their eyes for a spark that says that it's going to be home to them. And 4 years ago, I saw that spark in Ainsley's eyes. Ainsley, I'm so incredibly proud of everything that you've done at CHS in the past few years, and I can't wait to see what you do in Miami, and I look forward to following a long career in television. I'm so proud of you. congratulations on being awarded the TV Studios Award.
This year's Technology Award recipient is Neil Estrada. I didn't discover that Neil had no coding background when he first started the sophomore Python class until a conversation during his senior year. He took to coding so quickly and so well that I assumed he'd been playing around with code for years. Neil is also a great team leader and a teacher. He not only coordinated development of the Android app Green Screen, but shared what he learned coding that app with other students in the class, jumping in to provide troubleshooting assistance when necessary. It was a pleasure to work with Neil in the classroom. I can only imagine what a great coworker and manager he will be in the future. This year's Web Design Award recipient is Adriana Poznansky. What a powerhouse! Adriana is an excellent coder and completed both the web design and programming tracks at CHS. However, Adriana really shined when she combined her coding knowledge with her design skills that she developed in the visual communication courses here at CHS. The final project in advanced web design this year was a redesign of the Allaire Community Farm website. Adriana not only took to the role of project leader, she coordinated the work of 9 other students to produce a responsive, well-designed, professional website that met the client's needs. She put that all together in one class period. Adriana, when you're CEO of your own startup, let me know. I'd love to work with you when I retire.
Hey everybody. The Visual Communications Award is given each year to the student who exemplifies the creative spirit CHS is known for. Mrs. Fallon and I both agreed this young lady's artistic and design abilities flourished over the past 2 years. This student possesses a positive, hardworking, and professional attitude in everything she does. She's an accomplished graphic designer and illustrator who's highly proficient using both digital and traditional media. She's respected by her peers and was elected as a council member of our National Arts Honor Society chapter. She'll continue to study art and design at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia. This year's recipient for the VC Award is Lila Nathanson. Congratulations, Lila, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
I am here to present this year's CHS Spirit Award. This award represents a student who consistently displays a passion and dedication toward promoting the true spirit of CHS. When this individual walked into CHS, he was a quiet, unassuming young man. Little did we know back then that he'd grow to epitomize what it means to have school spirit. This individual has shown immense dedication and spirit through their work in numerous clubs, class council, and most recently the SGA. We recognize him for encompassing the uniqueness of CHS and always encouraging others to be positive, kind, and most importantly, to work hard and play hard. The recipient of this year's CHS Spirit Award goes to Liam Gemalad. Congrats, Liam.
The CHS Peer Award is chosen by the senior class. This recipient is someone who embodies and exemplifies the spirit of the class of 2020, but also someone who has gone above and beyond the notion of being a classmate or a peer. Most people would look at this senior's list of accomplishments and responsibilities and would doubt anyone's capability to manage it all. This senior would prove everyone wrong. From micromanaging committee heads to creating master docs, this senior has proven herself a force to be reckoned with. Without her, the class of 2020 wouldn't be the same. This year's award is presented to someone who has given her heart and soul to the class without asking for anything in return. Please join me in congratulating Kathryn Lombardi.
On behalf of the PSFA, I'd like to congratulate the class of 2020 on their many and diverse accomplishments. All of you have been a credit to CHS, your parents, and most importantly to yourselves. We wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. You will be missed. I also have the pleasure to announce the 2020 recipients of the PSFA funded scholarships. Heather Griffin, Madeline Holobinko, Liam Jamalad, Evan Quo, Kathryn Lombardi, Jamie Nickerson, Aiden Rosenberg, Dane Tedder, Emily Toro, and Jillian Tracy. Congratulations to all. You make us very proud.
I have the privilege of presenting the Dr. Brian D. McAndrew Student Achiever Award. Each year, a single student from each of the Monmouth County vocational schools is selected to receive this award. The selection criteria for the Student Achiever Award is a student who has distinguished him or herself not only on the basis of academic achievement, but also because of outstanding performance in extracurricular activities and service to the community. At Communications High School, the entire teaching staff nominates and votes on who will be the award recipient. Mr. Bengal stated, "I haven't seen a student as consistently motivated and selfless, especially in the area of extracurricular activities. While all students on the list are a cut above our already high standards, this student has been consistent since their freshman year." Mrs. Gomez stated, "This student has an excellent academic record, has taken an active role with the class council since 9th grade, and is very involved with the CCC and service to the community. The student demonstrates great maturity in their leadership and decision-making skills. The student's experience while working at Brookside have provided an excellent foundation for these leadership skills and their ability to communicate effectively with a broad audience." And Mrs. Campbell stated, "This is an extremely dedicated person. Their energy is contagious and always puts 100% of themselves into everything they do. This student also encourages everybody around to put the best of themselves into every activity. The student is simply amazing. One day, they will rule the world. I am glad I am a part of their life." This year's Brian D. McAndrew Student Achiever Award is presented to Grace Quackenbush. Congratulations, Grace.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Paul Parmentola. On behalf of the board and officers of the Deborah Parmentola Foundation, we thank you for the opportunity to speak with you tonight. The foundation is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that's mission is to make meaningful contributions to the well-deserving through dance, education, and charity. We strive to honor the memory of a passionate young woman by impacting the many communities touched by her life. Deborah was a student at CHS from 2008 to 2012. We are so proud of her when she applied, was accepted, and decided to attend this great school. She really enjoyed her time here, and it helped prepare her to succeed at Clemson University, where she attended after high school. This is our 4th year presenting scholarships to the seniors of CHS. Last year, we provided 2 scholarships to Phoebe Drummond and Kaylee Rudderman. We congratulate them again. So a big thank you to the staff at CHS and all those who did the legwork in the scholarship effort. We are proud to announce that this year's scholarships have been awarded to Riley Rademacher and Naomi Littenberg. Congratulations, Riley and Naomi. Riley and Naomi, please contact us in a few weeks as we would love to hear how this scholarship will help you and your family. Congratulations again. And congratulations to all the 2020 graduates of CHS. Thank you.
My name is Michael Landolfi. I thought about starting this speech off with a joke about 2020 vision, but I can't see. So instead, I decided to explain why I'm giving a speech in the first place. I'm probably not who you expected to see up here giving a speech. You know, I've never been heavily involved with the class. I never ran for class council or went crazy for Spirit Week or anything like that. I've DJ'd a whole bunch though, which is fun aside from when you accidentally stop the music at Winter Ball. Anyway, my point is that I'm here now because I want to take this chance at the last official Class of 2020 event to try and show everyone the gratitude that I have for this school. When I came here in 2016, I was small and annoying and immature and nervous, and I still am all of those things, but back then I was more so. I wasn't mainly coming for the honors curriculum or for the college credits, though my parents really loved those benefits. I came here because from the first info session I attended, CHS felt, to me, like the right place to be. It felt like a unique community where everyone was learning not just from the teachers, but also from each other. It was a place where creation was not only commonplace, but also encouraged, from paintings to films to computer programs. CHS seemed from the very beginning like a place that didn't drag you along to an education, but instead just opened the door and suggested that you enter. What I didn't know so long ago is that once you entered, you wouldn't really want to leave. You wouldn't want to leave some of the best friends you've ever made, some of the rooms you've made memories in, and some of the carpets that you've napped on during lunch. In fact, there's a large part of all of us that's almost scared to leave, I think. But there's a bigger part of us that knows we're ready, because this place has done a fantastic job of preparing us for what comes next. I look around this room, or this Zoom call, or whatever we're doing, and I see people who have plans and goals and ideas and dreams. I see filmmakers and designers and journalists, but also engineers and doctors and business owners. That's the thing about the school. You aren't just limited to communications fields, because every field requires a strong basis in the skills that we learn here. I personally want to produce music, but I totally understand people who want to be able to actually pay their bills in the future. My point is that when you're leaving CHS, the sky's the limit for who you can be. So if you were to ask me what the best thing about CHS is, I wouldn't say it's the TV studio or the Max or Spirit Week or Color Wars. I'd say it's the people. It's the smart, accepting, unique, ambitious, exciting people that you meet here. Beyond the lessons and the electives and the courses, they're truly the ones who help you grow into the person you've been trying to be all your life. And I know that all of you will do incredible things as you become that person. Thank you.
Hello, Class of 2020. Being your advisors has been a highlight in our teaching careers, and we are excited to celebrate all that you are on this special day. It has been our pleasure to watch you grow up from shy young freshmen into young adults ready for what the future brings. We are grateful to have been your advisors and would like to thank all of the people who have been with us every step of the way, including your parents and families, the PSFA, your incredible teachers, and of course, Mr. Gleason.
It is with tremendous pride and a happy heart that we look back on the past 4 years with our amazing class. From failed movie nights to cry calendars, each moment has been better than we ever could have anticipated. From a freshman year Spirit Week tie to being undefeated in dodgeball, we hope that you always look back on your time at CHS with happiness and pride. Watching all of you find your chosen path is something that we are so lucky to have been a part of. You truly are a special class.
If there is one final piece of advice we can impart on you, it's this. Be brave and be yourself. Go forward with confidence and pride in all that you do. The only thing that makes us happier than the time you've spent together is knowing that you will most certainly accomplish great things and change our world for the better.
Please know that we will miss each and every one of you very much. All of our lives have changed dramatically over the past few months, but your history at CHS and your part in the Class of 2020 family will be with you forever. Congratulations, Communications High School, Class of 2020.
The thing I'm going to miss most about Communications High School is the positive environment.
I'm going to miss DJ Fridays. I'm going to miss the Spirit Weeks and all the Spirit Week events.
Staying after school for art department and visiting my favorite teacher, Fitz.
Performing at events like Coffee House.
I'm going to miss Drama Club.
I'm going to miss all the great life advice that I got from Mrs. Wheeler and Mrs. Morgan.
I'll miss doing a 60-minute stats presentation with 2 musical numbers.
Zach Weisenstein's British accent, that's definitely something I'll miss.
Playing hoops outside with the boys every day at lunch.
I'm going to miss the events a lot.
I'm gonna miss breakfast sales.
Breakfast sales.
I'm gonna miss the very delicious lunches.
I'm going to miss playing ping pong at lunch.
I'm going to miss Color Wars and Spirit Weeks.
I'm going to miss the hour-long lunches.
One thing I will miss about CHS is Cinemadness.
I'm going to miss the TV studio.
I'm definitely going to miss Color Wars.
I am going to miss lunchtime shenanigans.
class. I think I'll miss my teachers the most because they're very passionate and it's clear that they care about their students.
I'm gonna miss Color Wars.
Spirit Week and Color Wars.
I'm gonna miss lunch with my friends.
One thing I'll miss most about CHS is probably the sports arguments at lunch.
I'm going to miss catching up with my friends in the cafeteria before school.
My radio show, The Holidays Are In, the one I made with Evan and Ryan and Adriana.
I'm gonna miss Mr. Godkin's awesome Halloween costumes.
I'm really gonna miss sprinting through the halls trying to find like 7 red paper clips or something during the scavenger hunts.
I'm gonna miss the geese police.
The thing I'm gonna miss most about CHS is probably Spirit Week because I could yell at anyone I wanted.
I'm gonna miss annoying Miss Wheeler, even though I know she's definitely not gonna miss me.
And what I will miss most about CHS is the school spirit. I think that especially my class, we all take so much pride in our school, and I will always treasure that.
I'll miss my second family.
I'm gonna miss my friends and the whole community at CHS.
I'm definitely going to miss the students and faculty at CHS. The class of 2020 really became a family over these past 4 years.
I'm definitely going to miss the sheer openness of our community here at CHS.
I'm going to miss the people at CHS the most.
I'm gonna miss talking to my friends in the halls before class.
I'm gonna miss spending every day with my best friends.
I'm gonna miss the people.
I'm going to miss all the friends that have become family to me.
What I'll miss most about CHS is just being a student in general.
I'm going to miss my awesome friends.
I'm gonna miss recognizing every face as I walk down the hallway.
I'm gonna miss my teachers and friends who shaped the last 4 years.
I'm really gonna miss all the people at CHS.
I'm gonna miss the hilarious and loving people.
Mr. McCorkell, Mr. Angolia, Monmouth County Freeholders, Director Arnone, parents, family, and guests. I begin by acknowledging this isn't the way that the school year for the class of 2020 was supposed to end. In fact, COVID-19 has turned this school year completely upside down for all of us, but most importantly, you, our students and families. For those that have lost loved ones or are suffering through financial hardships, please know that we recognize that those tragedies weigh heavily on our ceremony. For the class of 2020, I don't think it's appropriate for me to discuss the things you missed out on. Instead, I would like to mention a few items that you will hopefully recall that made your time at CHS special. Do you remember being selected to attend CHS? Opening that email or letter that you received at home? I'm sure you were excited to be accepted, and in turn, I'm sure your parents were proud of your accomplishment. And so it began for this class back in September 2016. I hope you remember us welcoming you at the freshman orientation, asking you to stand and look around the room. What did we say? You would most likely be looking at someone that would become your best friend. Well, there is one thing to be said about being separated that makes the heart grow fonder. We simply miss seeing each other and sharing in life. I believe when we look back, you will recall the good things that you participated in. Drama club and all the plays, CCC and the volunteering. Having a bagel before exams created that hominess that we are all part of this together. The amazing performances at Coffee House, the zaniness of Spirit Week. Who knew you could become so competitive at such simple games? Isn't it true that when you get to CHS as a freshman, you have no idea that Spirit Week could become all that it is? Or you would huddle around the cafeteria trying to see who would win one of the many Spirit Week competitions. See, I truly believe that CHS is an amazing place that provides so many tools for you to create and succeed. That building, right now, is just a shell with a lot of equipment. The life of CHS and high school is you
the students. It was you that made CHS come alive every day. Your personal spirit that makes school come alive. We will never forget how lucky we were to spend the time together that we did, but we will also never forget that this was one of the most unforgettable end of school years for the class of 2020. For the class of 2020, thank you for the wonderful 4 years at Communications High School. You've been an amazing class and a great group of kids. Just like your time at CHS, you will be challenged like never before over the next 4 years and into the foreseeable future. You will have some of the most amazing experiences if you look for the opportunities. Enjoy this next journey. For many of us here tonight, we can all say it goes way too fast. I find extreme comfort in the fact that one day the students in this class will be some of the leaders in our country. I'm excited to see the lives and the unique journeys you will take. At some point, you will have the opportunities to get back together and be able to share those experiences together. Please remember to share them with us here at CHS. Before concluding, I would like to acknowledge the dedication and commitment the teachers and staff have shown through this extraordinary time. Nobody was trained for this, but in my opinion, the CHS staff has more than risen to the occasion. They provided an incredible education and continue to foster rich experiences for the students. I'm proud to work with this dedicated and caring staff. I would also like to specifically thank Ms. Creelan and Ms. Diver for serving as the class of 2020 advisors. They have organized countless events this and previous school years so that the class can learn and have fun events to remember throughout their time at CHS. I would also like to acknowledge an amazing leader, the Monmouth County Vocational School District Superintendent, Mr. McCorkell. Mr. McCorkell will be retiring at the end of this school year, serving as superintendent for the last 10 years. He has served the district with character, patience, and understanding. Students don't usually see the work of a superintendent, but I am keenly aware of Mr. McCorkell's unwavering support in the success of the Monmouth County Vocational Schools, including CHS. It is rare in the current political school climate to see superintendents last more than 3 years. Mr. McCorkell's tenure is a testament of his ability to lead others and, more important, a forgotten time when nurturing leadership provided school districts with the consistency they need. It is an honor of mine to have worked with Mr. McCorkell for the last 25 years through our various positions within the Monmouth County Vocational School District. Mr. McCorkell, Mr. Arnone, members of the Board of Chosen Freeholders, Mr. Angolia, members of the Board of Education, faculty, parents, and guests. All of the students before you have met the requirements for graduation set forth by the state of New Jersey and the Monmouth County Vocational School District. At this time, it is an honor and privilege to present the high school diplomas to the class of 2020. Isabella Grace Antune. Amelia Acione. Brooke Bates. Vaughn Batista. Riley Brennan. Kaylin Berge. William Carragher. Juliana Cavazzoni, Nicholas Chun, Michael Selecki,
Sam DeChuchez,
Jordan Ann Durkin, Sally Ellers, Mary Rose Eknoyan, Matthew Otto Emery, Neil Estrada, Christian Falcone, Alexa Reed Fetter, Annabelle Rose Ferraro, Richard Joseph Franzen, Jill Helena Fukushima, Juliana Gabriella Greenwood, Heather Elizabeth Griffin, Michelle Herrera, Jack Ryan Hester, Bennett Devine Hewson, Madeline Grace Holobinko, Sarah Ariel Wong, Liam Jude Gabrielle Tolentino Jamalad, Serena Noor Khan, Evan Kuo, Michael Landolfi, Michael Lavalva, Naomi Littenberg, Kathryn Lombardi, Alessia Librano, Emily Madeira, Caitlin Magnan, Colin Martin, Joseph Matthews, Isabella Maddock, Jennifer Noel McHugh, John McHugh, Maeve Miller, Lila Nathanson, Desiree Negrin, Jamie Nickerson, Roxanne Palladino, Aaron Palmer, Julia Percanti,
Elena Perez,
Sky Peterson, Adriana Poznansky, Meredith Gwynn Prudhomme, Grace Margaret Quackenbush, Riley Megan Rademacher, Bella Jean Riley, Abby May Reisler, Tess Rempel, Julia Grace Rocco, Aiden Rosenberg, Brian Shade, Nicole Lynn Sestito, Ryan Swanson, Lauren Elizabeth Tarigo, Dane Tedder, Abigail Telechea, Emily Rose Toro, Jillian Tracy, Kieran Varian, Ainsley Mary Vetter, Madison Paige Vigdor, Sydney Elise Washington, Zachary Weisenstein, Jenna Grace Wind, Nicoletta Jan Bieber,
The turning of the tassel is a graduation tradition that signifies our movement from student to graduate.
We begin this ceremony as high school students with the tassel on our right, and we will leave here today as high school graduates with the tassel on our left.
Please join with me as we symbolize this transition.